Welcome to Conscious Creation with actress, author, and healer Dee Wallace. If you want to take charge of your life, really take charge of your life, the next hour will be a fun, enlightening experience in creating the life you want. Whether it's money, health, success, or relationships, join Dee in celebrating the power of you and see your life expand into joyful creation. And now, here's Dee.
Hello, all you amazing, fabulous, incredible, magnificent, so very loved, and oh my God, incredibly sexy people. I have so much to tell you today. We're just going to jump right in. First of all, yippee, we're celebrating ourselves. We're acknowledging ourselves. We did it. We met the Kickstarter. We met our goal. That is no small achievement, and everybody's energy and everybody's prayers and everybody's donations of any kind of energy that you did on behalf of this beautiful journey and this kickoff to the I Love Me movement is so, so appreciated. My deep appreciation and love go out to all of you, and now I have to figure out the best way to apply all this. So, yippee for us. I also want to tell you that I'm happy to announce that bears are flying out of my back room. They are not staying in hibernation very long. People are getting this and getting the importance of it and getting that it's a great Christmas gift. And if you want to share it with anybody, we've made it a lot easier now. We've made buppabear.com. We'll also connect to buppalopaloo.com because people are going, how the heck do I spell that? So it's just BUPPA bear.com, and that'll take you right there if you want to get one of these before the first shipment's gone. So it's a great Christmas present. So my next thing is our next webinar will be November 4th on money, Thanksgiving, and Recigive. I know, it seems like what a weird combination, but not when you think about it. Money and gratitude, and Recigive, of course, is our term that we coined a couple of years ago or more now, where receiving and giving happen in the same moment. And it's occurred to me, rather in my face from a lot of emails and stuff that keeps coming up around what people are asking me. It's time to do something on money again. We haven't done money in a long time, but they said, well, it's pointless to do money if you don't wrap it into gratitude and thanksgiving, self-praise, the Christ consciousness, and Recigive. It all folds in together. So that will be November 4th, before I'm out and about to go to Australia on my big adventure to do a movie and a sci-fi convention and teach 2 classes down there. So I hope you'll join us November 4th. Okay, I want to dive right into everything we have to do here today so we can get to the calls. One of our listeners wrote in a lot. She read the article that I sent out in the Law of Attraction magazine, which I humbly say is one of the best things I think I've ever written. But it was on bullying, and some bullies may lack self-love in the way that I understand self-love to be, they're saying. Some bullies may, others may just simply lack empathy and actually enjoy inflicting harm onto others, whether it be emotional or physical. And the channel, when I got this email, the channel just said, you've got to address this. You've got to address this for everybody. Because ultimately, guys, the person they are inflicting harm on the most is themselves. They are so much in pain that they go, if I come out and I hurt everybody else, then I can hurt me even more. That's how much self-hatred they have. So they wanted to be very clear that we are going to serve ourselves more by coming from a place of empathy and loving ourselves so much that we heal everything within ourselves, which goes out into the collective consciousness, as you know. We heal everything in ourselves around any kind of retaliation, which might suggest our lack of self-love to ourselves. So we're invoking the violet flame and the golden light around all of that. So fall into your heart center here. So I've got a lot to share with you today. Okay, where do I begin? Expansion is up for everybody, and the fear of expansion more specifically. And we're in fear of expansion because expansion means a burdensome quality to a lot of us. Oh my God, do I have the energy? Oh my gosh, can I handle this? Am I big enough? Am I smart enough? Am I old enough? Am I too old? It's if I expand and go into everything that I want to go into and do, and I've had to be very, very conscious about this with the journey with little Bupalopoulou here, that this expansion, and it can be expansion in your relationships, in your significant other relationship even. It's burdensome because we're carrying the story of being destroyed somehow the last time we tried to expand. So then we go, oh, I just can't handle it. So then we hold ourselves smaller, and we keep fighting to try to expand. We keep fighting to try and go out the door. You've heard me use that analogy in a lot of different instances. Am I going to go out the door? Gee, what's on the other side of the door? Maybe I'm not capable of going out of the door. Well, the circle around all of this is what they're going into today. So we have to know, we have to let that story go right now, right this minute. And we are claiming that we are open, we are willing, we are deserving to allow expansion to be joyful and loving for us, that we get supported and acknowledged and helped every time we want to expand, so that we absolutely can handle it all because we have so much support from the universe and other people to handle it. And therefore, we can allow ourselves to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger through divine love. We've kind of taken pride in, oh my God, life's so hard. Look how much I've accomplished. That sound familiar? I mean, I get that within myself so totally. Oh my God, I've got so much to do today. But here I go. Watch me do it. Well, that's really been kind of where we've gotten our fun, instead of, I'm just going to have fun making all this really easy and effortless and get to the end of the day and go, woohoo, what a great day. So, of course, that's got to affect our money going into the next webinar. Of course, that's got to affect our money. Little people who keep themselves smaller to stay safe so that they don't have to lose again, are not going to make the money that they want to make. I have no idea what this note means. Redo commercial and joy. Okay. So then that took us to genetic poisoning. In the subject of rest, I laughed because I didn't even remember that rest was a subject in the genetic list. And what the core belief was we have to kill ourselves to get what we want. And so, therefore, we don't get the rest that we want. And we're doing that because we think it has to be a burden, because we've always had it taken away from us or had it destroyed, or we've been destroyed. Something's been destroyed before. So we have been sending out the charge of that and holding on to the past. And it's ultimately important now, guys, that you send out this new charge. You go to your love place and you feel into, wow, this love, this is what it feels like to expand and get big, right? It feels joyful. It feels, oh my gosh, everybody's going to come forward for me. The whole universe is coming forward for me to support me in this expansion, and so I'm going to allow myself to be greater and greater and greater. So that's the charge. Remember, the charge needs to go out for about 21 days, so we have to be conscious about this for 21 days and send that out so that the universe can start returning it to us. So I support me, and it's easy. The world supports me, and it's joyful. I am expanding easily and effortlessly. Now, the other thing that was dovetailed into this is for absolutely no reason at all in the last 2 days, I've been sneezing, and like sneezing 2 or 3 times in a row, right? Don't have a cold. I assumed, we want to put a label on it, so I put the label of allergies on it. But then I very clearly heard to check out the body book. So I went to the body book. Guess I'm summing this up in one sentence. Sneezing represents the expectation of loss. It's happened before. It's going to happen again. The more I step out, the more I'm expecting to be taken down again. And I know this story in my life, so I know this story in my life probably more than I even know the story of loss around loved ones and my father and all that. That when I just get there, things are taken away from me. And I've heard you all share that in a myriad of different ways. I just get the money and then something happens and I have to spend it on everything. I just get the relationship and then they're not available to me. Somehow we have that expectation of loss, and that is not the charge we want to put out anymore. The channel is asking us to come forward to praise ourselves and to praise ourselves as the creators of us that we are, and to praise ourselves in our joyful, supported, loved, and loving expansion. We invoke the violet flame and the golden light around all of this, and so it is. Phew, got through it. And now I can go to the calls. Please press 1 now, guys. If you want to talk to the channel, press 1 now so Stephen can get your name up for me. And we're going to start with Miss Patty. Hi, sweetheart.
Oh.
How you doing?
This has been a rough week. I'm not sure if it's because of the chemo, but the expansion sounds about right. What we're talking about moving forward and just.
Yes, you're bringing in another piece of it, Patty, but I need you to talk more.
Okay.
Why has it been a rough week?
I tried to work this week, and just doing that and the chemo, I just felt completely just maxed out. My body, just everything. My house is a mess. I lost.
You know what they said? We don't care about your house.
Okay.
Your house will get cleaned sooner or later. That's not your priority right now. Your priority is your health.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any good news about your health?
Well, what you know about it shrunk. My lesion shrunk from 6.4 centimeters to 5.0 in 1 month, which is fabulous.
Yes. So.
Yes.
But when I say you're allowing yourself to celebrate, this is it. You're allowing yourself to celebrate the joy of that, I get a no, because you're waiting to see it's what we talked about. Is it real? Is it going to happen? Is it going to come back? Is this happiness and this joy going to be taken away from me again? Okay, bottom line, guys, we've got to go back to what we know. Nothing can take the happiness and the joy away from us. We don't have to have a reason to choose happiness and joy. We choose happiness and joy because it's a choice we want to make. And then that affects how much we expand. But we're waiting for the reason, and yet when we wait for the reason, we're afraid the reason's going to be taken away. So that keeps us in purgatory. That keeps us stuck. Do you understand?
I do, and partly is because I want to stop the chemo because it's really, really nasty, and I'm having symptoms again, like the neuropathy. And I would love to stop the chemo, and the thing is, how do I stop the process with the doctor? And know that I'm good.
It's more about you, Patty, because when I say there's a part of you that is in fear of stopping the chemo, and there's a part of you that wants to stop it. So, that's a house divided. If there's fear that if I stop the chemo, I'm not going to be okay, then that's the part you have to address. And I'm not a doctor. I'm telling everybody right now I'm not a doctor. I'm giving you energetic information that's coming through the channel. You have got to make up your own mind, but we all know that we have to be united. All of us within ourselves have to be united. Otherwise, we create conflicting or compromised creations.
Okay, that's right. Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Right now, they're saying it's in your highest good because of your belief system to probably continue everything you're doing.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, they are saying there's something that you can do about, okay. So you're expecting the symptoms.
Okay.
You're in expectation of them. Okay? And when I say you've expanded enough, okay, but the rest of it's right. That was interesting redirection I just got. Gosh, hold on. Stuff is coming in so fast here. You're expecting the symptoms. You can turn that around and expect your body, and most of all, your psyche, Patty.
Okay.
Okay, to be able to handle this in an easier and more effortless way. But you see, that's part of us and the burden, right?
Okay.
So,
yeah.
So open your pituitary and pineal gland and go, okay, give me the thoughts and the information now. I'm ready to receive them that can help me accept that this is easier and more effortless journey that I'm on here. You want to open yourself to those thoughts. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Everybody understands that if you're going to start thinking new thoughts and living in new thoughts, then you've got to open your pineal and pituitary so those new thoughts can come in. That's what ask and ye receive is about. You have to ask for new places to function in that you haven't played in before, because the old stuff ain't working anymore. We got to go into the new thoughts, and we have to ask for those new thoughts sometimes, and to be supported in those new thoughts.
Something that just popped in my head is that it's coming up almost to the anniversary of when I was diagnosed, and I was very excited about the new year, and then my whole world got turned
Okay, isn't that exactly what I talked about before I took your call?
Yeah.
You see, there's an expectation, and they're saying, Patty, don't celebrate that. That's not a birthday.
Okay.
You know?
It's just that I was anticipating, a good new year and this and that, and it went completely opposite.
Exactly, because somewhere in your subconscious, you went, every time I've got something in place like this, and you've called in and used those words several times. You know, I thought everything was findy, I got everything in order, and then my tenant did this, or then the bank did that. It's an expectation of failing.
Okay.
So you have to create now and take it to your love place. Match it up with the emotion, guys, because you know the emotion is what really is the charge. When you match it up with love, I expect to win, right? I expect all things are delivered to me. I know that my past and my history has been because I haven't expected that, and I'm turning that around today. All right, baby?
Yeah, thank you so much.
You bet.
Love you. Mwah.
You too. We're invoking the violet flame and the golden light around all of that. Andrea in Virginia. Hi, honey. You're on.
Hi. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. This is my first time calling into your show or listening to your show.
Good. Good for you, having the courage and the chutzpah to call in. What can we help you with?
Okay. About a month ago, I realized that I'm what you call an empath. And as I was growing up, I was a very sensitive child.
Uh-huh.
And my mother kind of did a number on me emotionally. I figured out that I probably was the scapegoat of the family because of the way that I was. And all this week, my angels have been screaming at me about my inner child and healing my inner child. And,
well, your inner child is running the show for all of us, Andrea. That all of us, our little child is the part of us that's in the biggest fear.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your question?
She acts out because by overeating.
Uh-huh.
And
so who's in charge of your little child, Andrea?
Me.
Yep. So do you see what you're doing? Do you see the game you're kind of playing with yourself there?
Yeah.
Like, I don't have any control. It's my inner child that's doing it, but you do, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's ask.
I don't know what's stopping me. Why am I stuck? Like, why do I carry
Well, we're not going to ask the negative. We're going to ask the positive. What do you need to get in alignment so that you love yourself enough to eat well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's three things. Sheets. But give me a song. Any song that pops into your head.
Raindrops keep falling on my head.
Okay. So that really ties into our theme today, that we have collapsed pain and joy with loving ourselves. So I've got to mix pain and I've got to mix joy, which is exactly what overeating is. I'm in joy when I'm eating it. I'm in pain when I'm fat.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to decide what is your new definition then of loving yourself, because we don't want pain to be a part of loving ourselves. We don't want to have to be in pain and judgment of ourselves as a way to love ourselves, but that's what your mother taught you. You're loved if you're judged, right? So don't be your mother to yourself.
Yes, if you look a certain way,
Yep.
If you're
okay, but we're not dealing with your mom. We're dealing only with you towards yourself now.
Okay.
So you've got to turn around the part of you that's being your mom and putting you down and making you suffer. Okay, the second thing, we're going to the sheets, and we're going to a core belief. Hang on. This page here. I don't think I have enough energy to do this, but energy isn't the highest word. Love is the highest word. I don't think I have enough love for myself to do this. So do you want to choose right now that you do?
Yeah, okay.
Yep, because that self-love, and there's a lot of programs on my website, iamdwallace.com. There's a lot of programs and exercises to help you practice loving yourself, sweetheart. Okay, we're going on to number 3, and we're going back to the sheet, second sheet, third sheet. Hang on. 1, 2, 5. 1. Okay, it's taking me to claim your hara line is straight, strong, and through the ID point. Your hara line is an imaginary energetic line that runs through all your chakras up through the top of your head to this imaginary ID point above your crown chakra. And when your hara line is straight, strong, and through the ID point, you can feel your knowing. You can feel your truthfulness. They want you to make sure that you direct your hara line to be straight, strong, and through the ID point for 7 days. Actually, they're saying this would be a good thing for everybody to do. All you have to do, because you're the director of your energy, I direct my hara line to be straight, strong, and through the ID point. What that does is it just tweaks your energy enough so that you literally can feel, okay, I know I want to do this. I know I want to eat right. I know I want to be healthy. I know I want to love myself. Okay? So we're invoking the violet flame and the golden light. I am divine love. Open your heart. There you go. Around all of this. So it is. Because loving yourself enough to eat well and feel great is literally the feeling of love. So if you haven't found a love place, Andrea, I always direct all my listeners, find your love place and go back there often until you find yourself living there more often. Okay, anything else? No. That's your homework. Be joyful about it, okay?
I will. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, darling. Thanks for calling in. Lovely to have you. And we're going to Chris in California.
Hey, Dee, how's it going?
Good, sweetheart. What's up?
Well, thanks for taking my call.
Of course.
I'm calling in. Vicki and I have been out in California for the last 10 days, having a pretty awesome time. Just seeing friends and family, and we've been having a really good time, actually. I'm calling because right now I'm like working out the details of like a new business opportunity.
Okay, so stop, Chris, because I got my pendulum was on yes, and then you said working out the details, and it goes to a no. So there's one thing that you do not have in alignment with working out the details, and that's loving. That's the love. You're not bringing in the love with working out the details.
Okay.
It's funny. As soon as you use the word business, you kind of forget everything you know. You close your heart down and you go into your head, and that to you is how you're going to create this new thing. But they're saying, Chris, you've learned over and over and over and over again, right, that if we're not in alignment with what we want, it's going to be a lot harder to create. And the easiest way to get in alignment is to be in love. Okay, so now go on. Because until you bring the alignment of love in, it's busy work. And your creation isn't as easy as it could be. So go on.
Basically, my friend has a place out here and a space for me to do this. It would be doing some classes, teaching people how to shape surfboards. And basically I'm working out with him, like, I need to customize the space to do it. And I've got 9 days left here in California, and I would like to do a couple of classes before I leave.
Uh-huh.
And I've got to get the space ready and get everything set up so that I could do it. But my plan is to come out here on a regular basis, like a few times a year, and do these classes. I mean, this is something I've wanted to do for years.
Okay, so what is your question, Chris?
Well, my question is, basically I just wanted to see, like, what the channel had to say, like, if I had any, like, blocks or anything.
There's no blocks. That we're not asking that anymore. What do you need to have in alignment? And it's loving it. You see, you go into it from a burdensome point of view. Back to what we talked about in the beginning. So the fear that you're not going to make it, the fear that you're going to lose, the fear that it's going to be taken away, whatever that fear is, guys, keeps you from joyfully and gleefully and lovingly creating your next gig. And your job is just to stay in love and go, well, hey, if it flies or not, I'm having a hell of a good time doing it.
Well, this could be like really fun and rewarding, and it could be like a really good source of income as well.
Yeah. So believe that all that can happen.
Okay.
But there's a part of you that's afraid that it won't, and that takes the joyful, loving part out of your creation that you need for the creation to be created.
Yeah.
Are you with me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I got you.
That's all you have to do.
Just be in love around the whole thing.
Yeah, love and joy, and then move forward. Do it. Just do it. Don't think about it.
Do it with joy instead of, like, determination. And
yes.
Yeah, I totally get it.
Okay, good. Thank you. I hope everybody else did, too, because that was a good reminder for me. I love you. Tell the baby.
Thanks for taking my call.
You bet.
You have a wonderful day.
Oh, you too, darling. And we're going to Sharon in California. Hi, Sharon, you're on, hopefully. Yes, there you go.
Oh, hi. Hi, thank you for taking my call.
Uh-huh.
I fit right in line with what you're talking about, and I see that I'm, like, standing in the door wanting to move forward, and I'm fighting with myself. I keep getting in my own way, and I'm just wondering, I know that in a big way.
Pretty much you're speaking for all of us. So
and
why?
I'm just wondering,
what are you getting out of that, Sharon?
I don't know. I'm staying stuck.
Yes, you see, staying stuck, we inadvertently and incorrectly think that keeps us safe.
Okay.
So if I'm in purgatory, I don't have to choose heaven or hell. But that never gets me what I really want, does it?
Right. It's like it's safe not to make a decision, but not making a decision is a decision.
Yeah.
And you think it's safe, but it's not safe.
Yep.
To not
you
make
got
a decision.
it. You got it. How many times have you all heard me say your hell and your heaven is in making the decision and the choice? Once you decide and you start taking action from a place of joy and love, everything starts opening up for you.
Okay. Yeah, I get that sometimes, and then it dissipates. It's like I get this movement of energy, and I start going in the right direction, and it starts happening, and then it's like I saw. Okay,
so you heard the first part of it, the first part of the call, right?
Yeah.
So let me go over it again. So you start to expand.
Right.
And then somehow it becomes burdensome. Let's get clear about what that is for you. And the words I'm being given is, oh, my God, I'm going to lose it again. So
Okay.
what comes up when I say that? What have you lost before?
There's a huge thing that when I was a kid and I stepped up and I said something that I believed in, that I stood up for what I believed in, there were devastating consequences.
Okay.
So
hold on a minute, because everybody stop what you're doing and listen to this. When she was a kid, she spoke up for what she believed, and there were devastating consequences. Now, speaking up for what you believe means this is who I am, this is what I want, this is what I'm about, this is what I want to do, any of those things. The channel wants you to know that her belief about when I step up and expand and say who I am and what I want, devastating things happen to me, was in place before that happened to her as a child. And that's why it happened to her as a child. So, okay, here's the big information of the call. All of us are all of this is past life stuff for all of us. We're dragging in other lifetimes, and now they're showing me the star, which means when we were star energy and broke off from the one energy, we go, okay, as soon as I go out to create who I am and be my own creator, I get destroyed. That's the biggest statement. That's the biggest clarity, and we're all of us challenging ourselves now to know that that was the best thing that could have ever happened to us, is for the one energy to go forth, children, and create yourself.
Okay.
It's the best thing that could have ever happened to us. But we have got to reprogram the synapses of that first energetic hit that went, oh, my God, I'm out here alone. I'm destroyed, and I've destroyed the one energy. And whatever ridiculous but understandable perception and belief system we created at the time we broke off those lifetimes and lifetimes and centuries before. So what do you do with it now, Sharon, is the question.
Right. Well, I can see what you're saying is right, because when I did speak up for myself, I was struck in the head so hard that I left my body. The benefit of that was that I was connected with the angels. So even though there was a devastating thing that happened to my body, and I was only 5, so it's really hard to process, but the end result, the reality was that I was able to see the angels and see that wasn't true, that whatever happens to me it happens to my body but not to who I am. Yep,
I get a big yes on that. And yet here you are being afraid still.
Yes, and that's what, I see the two sides, and I'm extremely grateful, and I'm so blessed by the fact that I was able to...
Well, yeah, but you see, that's all great spiritual stuff for us to say, but we're here to take action.
Right.
We're here to put what we know back to the horror line, which is why they asked us all to do that for 7 days. We're here to put what we know into action. And what we know is that I'm the creator of my own life, and I am joyfully and lovingly going to get on with it and know that I'm just out here to play with energy, and I'm going to go create. And I'm going to expect everything good to come out of it.
Okay, so I'm getting that I need to stay. I'm focused on the wrong thing. I keep focusing on the devastating blow when I should be focused on the other side.
You
and
bet.
Seeing the reality. That's
you
it.
bet. Because the
I just
other
need to
side
shift
is
my
the
focus.
truth. The devastating blow is what you keep giving yourself. You just keep giving yourself that blow over and over and over again.
Yes.
As we all do, by telling our stories.
Right.
Doesn't matter where your story came from anymore. What do you want, guys? What do you want to create? Focus only on that and bring the love and joy in with it.
Right, and on the other side, there's proof that I can have that. There's proof of who I am.
There's
I was
proof
there.
on this side,
I
Sharon.
Yeah, okay.
You've got to do the proof on this side. That's why you're here.
Okay.
Okay? No waiting until you die to get the proof. That's
yes,
old
that's
BS
another
stuff.
thing. Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
that's the other little caveat is that, when I die, I'll have it all. I can see it all. Because I know I was there before. It's like, no, I can do it while I'm here, too.
You're supposed to do it while you're here. That's the point.
Yes.
The great souls come to do it here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay?
Okay,
right.
great. Thank you.
Get on with it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Love you, darling. Bye-bye.
Love you. Thank you.
We're going to Miss Bethany in Ohio. Hi, honey.
Hi. Thank you so much for taking my call. I'm a first-time caller, and I'm so glad to talk to you. I have been on my, I guess you would call it my spiritual growth journey for about 3 years, ever since I discovered Dr. Wayne Dyer, and have been really focused on trying to, become that greater, get more in touch with my higher self. And I've made a lot of progress where I've, really been focusing the last 6 months is really trying to focus more on increasing the financial success.
Yeah, okay. It goes right to
skincare business I started.
My pendulum was yes, and even before you got the word financial out, it went to no. So you're telling yourself it's about the financial. It's really about another subject. And we're going to the sheets. If I can find them. Oh, there they are. Right to a core belief. This page here. Okay. It's the core belief, I'm scared to death to go. And the highest word for go is expansion. I'm scared to death to expand. So again, if you make all this money, have you lost money before?
I have. And
okay.
I think one of the biggest things with my skincare business, because I basically have two businesses. The consulting is paying the bills for that while I get my skincare business up and running, which is one that I had founded, and I've invested significantly to the point where the savings account's really low. I can't tap into it anymore.
Okay, all right. So hold on. That's your
anymore.
Trigger, you see.
Okay.
As soon as you acknowledged, oh, my gosh, I don't have enough, there's not enough in that account, I can't tap into it anymore, all right, you began to lose your faith. Now, you created it being that low. Hold on, there's other stuff coming in. You're very joyful. You were, they're correcting me, you were very joyful around the skincare business. You were excited about it, right, and joyful about it.
Yes, and still am, because I'm happy to be able to make a difference in people's lives.
Yeah, but the money thing is watering it down, your joy.
Yeah, it definitely causes stress.
Yeah, well, stress is negative, honey. Stress is not joyful, unless you just get off on being stressful, and some people do. But for you, you're fighting yourself, because part of you is going, oh, I'm really so excited about this and I love to do it. And the other part of Bethany is going, yeah, no, I don't like all this money stuff going on. But it's not about money. It's about when you were joyful. They're giving me around 4 years old, so 3, 4, 5. And they're giving, I'm understanding it as a man, you were incredibly joyful. And this is the picture they're giving me, Bethany. Am I on, Bethany? Okay. They're giving me the picture of metaphorically a little kid jumping on the bed and just having a gleeful time, and a hand comes in and slaps the heck out of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a traumatic thing that happened when I was 4.
Okay, good. That's what this is connected to. And the more you can bring to your to your consciousness, the fact that you have connected, you are becoming so joyful with all of this, and subconsciously, that little girl in there and all of those lifetimes that we just discovered came together and went, This is what happens when you're this joyful. You get smacked down, dude. And what they're showing me, I wish I could show you what they're showing me, is just this sheer joy, and then it's like, God, this hand comes in and really smacks the hell out of you, and you hit the bed, and it's like, whoa, wait a minute, where am I? What happened? I don't even know what happened. It's stunned. That's the highest word. It's like it stunned you so much, and you're kind of in the stun. You're in that stun energy again right now, where you're kind of holding yourself up, not knowing where you are, metaphorically. So you have to, again, direct your heart line to be straight, strong, and through the ID point so you can feel back into your knowing. You know you're supposed to do this because you were given the divine idea. You know you're supposed to do this because it makes you happy. You know you're supposed to do this because it brings joy into your life and the lives of others. So now be willing to expand, knowing that hand isn't going to come in and smack you down. It's the joy that's holding up your money, baby.
Okay, and
yes.
I can't believe that you were able to see that. I thought I had dealt with that.
Well,
evidently I have not enough.
It's a good thing, because that means that the last little remnants are coming up, just like me uncovering this whole thing about expansion, and that it's burdensome and that it's safer to hold myself small. You know, if we start looking at, oh my God, I found another gold mine, I found another freedom nugget, right? And I'm the creator of my life now, so I'm going to create this in the opposite way and bring back that love and that joy into what I want. Right? So we're invoking the violet flame, the golden light around all of this with an open heart. Everybody open their hearts. I am divine love. So it is. You got your answer, dude. Now, take action, Bethany. Take action within yourself. Open up the possibilities. Don't limit anything and go, okay, I'm going to do this. Send me the help. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Love you, honey. Bye-bye. All right, Lee in Los Angeles. We're going to have to do this pretty fast, but you're on.
Hey, Dee. Hi, everybody. Wow. You pretty much answered all my questions, and I just wanted to send some love to Patty in her journey and to tell you thank you. The word that keeps coming up for me is faith, and you said it with Bethany. That's the love that we need to really nurture and hold those little kids, right? Just like hold them, and love them, nurture them, love them, nurture them.
Yep. Praise them, praise ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I can't add anything to the beauty that you're bringing into the world. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Lee. Is there anything we need to address with you, or?
I
get a no, but I want to ask you.
I don't feel so. I'm so grateful to be part of this journey with you. So
well, that's a nice thing to bring you on to share. So let's just take a moment and we'll all just, feel the love. That's an important thing to stop for. So thanks.
Cool.
Much love to you, sweetheart.
No,
bye-bye.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
All right, we're going to Julia in Austin, Texas. Hi, honey, you're on. Julia?
Hi, Dee. How are you? I'm
Good.
Here. Sorry.
That's all right. What can we do for you?
Well, I was actually wondering about, with the new energies coming in and all the downloads I've been receiving, or what I should be doing as far as opening up my third eye and working on my psychic abilities.
Again, they're yelling at me, love. If the more in the state of love you can be, the more they can communicate the higher, and I know this for a fact from working with the channel, that the more we're in a state of love and ask, the more they can communicate the higher frequencies with us, because love is the highest frequency that you can hold. So if you hold yourself in that frequency, then that frequency is able to communicate with you, right?
Yes, and I feel like I am. And I do, I meditate and I pray quite a bit, and I talk to them even when I'm not in a meditative state, so pretty much all the time. And I do some oracle intuitive readings, so I try to ask them to come in that way.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they would like you to work on is claiming the highest understanding for what you channel. Sometimes you get the correct information, but your understanding of it, then you kind of bring your mind in to try and figure it out.
Filter like through my ego.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And your ego's never going to give you the higher. I mean, you've heard on this show when we follow the breadcrumbs, it's like almost astounding, what we finally get to. But when we get to it, it's such an expanded understanding of it. So that's the biggest thing is, and again, there's your horror line. So the horror line's up for today's show, everybody.
Wow.
So is there anything else? Nope. That's it, darling.
Okay.
So
Thank you
ask
so
and
much.
you receive, Julia. You know that.
Okay. Yes. Love you. God bless.
Love you too. You too,
Thank
baby.
you.
Bye-bye. And Susan, I'm going to take you real quick, baby, but because I got to sign off in 1 minute. What's up?
Well, I've just been going through a lot of anger issues for some reason. I'm just about to turn 65, and I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on with me. I'm just kind of
Well, but baby, don't be then. You see, you don't have to know why. You know you don't want to be angry. You want to be loved.
Yeah.
Okay. So get up and talk to yourself and go, Susan, I don't really care why you're angry.
Okay.
You want to be loved. So do you want to choose to be loved, Susan?
I want to choose to be loved, yes, definitely.
Yeah, and to feel love. I mean, feeling love is a lot better, right? Okay. Oh, my God. At the end of the show here.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, sometimes other energy can affect us. Is your son around again?
No. No, he's not.
Have you had interaction with him, even if he's not around?
No.
Okay, well, you are interacting with his energy, whether you know it or not. So I'm just going to leave this with everybody. I cannot go into this more right now, but I'm going to do it for everybody, for any energy outside of us or within us that is affecting our energy in any dark or negative or unhappy or angry way. We are absolutely claiming the violet flame and the golden light, sending you back to the source to be turned into beautiful light. I am free. I am love. I am choice. I am my own creator, and so it is. You should feel better now, Susan. So just remember what I did.
Thank you.
All right, darling. Thanks for calling in. All right, everybody. Oh, my gosh. I tried to get through everybody. We almost made it. Don't forget, Buppa Beer, BuppaBeer.com. Send it out. Facebook it for me. I know a lot of you already have one, so get the word out. It's a great Christmas gift. I'll see you on the 4th for our next webinar. Much love to you, and remember, until we meet again, love yourself and love yourself and love yourself more. That's what it's all about. I love you.
Thanks for joining Dee on Conscious Creation. Visit her website at imdwallace.com for awesome downloads, archived shows, enlightening webinars, and amazing free offerings. Be sure to join us next week for Conscious Creation with Dee Wallace. And remember, loving yourself is the key to creation.